Wiles crew, what's happening? We're dialed in here on the madness. So, first off, first things first here. Look at the bow of that thing. You're telling me that it shouldn't get some sort of like RAM reduction or kind of like the Smasher Captain. It should get something, right? Let's address that first. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? First off, that's the first thing. First off, maybe I can say first again more often in this video. We'll try to say it as much as I can. Second off, let's check out the build. So, this boat's weak in my opinion. I almost wonder if it's not less strong with the secondary buffs than the smoke, which kind of seems silly in a way, but I mean, excuse me. I guess if you're going to run a smoke build, you have to tech into like range, right? Range or sonar. That's the other option because those are the two boat strengths, right? Well, secondaries are strength, but the accuracy and the guns are not really its strength. So, I mean, I guess one way to do would be take the smoke, take some accuracy, which you usually don't with the Zeton, right? You just go the classic Hipper, Haruna build or whatever. So this is my counter build here with the madness. I think it's kind of cute. So you take Lucan's, you don't get his base trait, obviously. You get all of these, whichever one you choose. I think with the prevalence of Dutchies out there and aircraft carriers, you take the AA. You take the sonar duration, so we're teching into sonar hard here. Maximum HP, incoming damage, and then sonar charges 2, sonar duration extra, sonar's cooldown extra, and then we add even another one. We add another one to it, but fully packed. We still took Hipper for the secondary range, and then we added Kincaid. Yes, Kincaid on a battleship. Oh, you can't do that? I didn't think you could either, because here's why. Check it out. Let's go to our Odin here, right? Just for example, ship options, inspirations, right? Filter, battleship filter is on. Do you guys see Kincaid anywhere here? I don't see Kincaid. That's because he's not in here. Alright, but if you go to Kincaid, well, whoops. Alright, you go to Kincaid. Maybe one of these days. Alright, so we gotta change the filter settings to even get to him. Okay, we gotta change it to, there we go. Okay, Kincaid. Sonar cooldown time. Whoops, I messed that all up. Anyway, sonar cooldown time. It doesn't say cruiser sonar cooldown time. It just says sonar cooldown time. So I remembered when I was building the madness, I'm like, I know there's a US sonar captain. I'm like, so I was fishing through, I'm like, why? And then I found him. I'm like, why does this not stack? It doesn't make sense to me, right? So how many other captains are there that aren't showing up on the proper filter settings? Because I assure you, when I selected him, it does stack. It goes from 125 to 116 cooldown with, so your sonar's at 116 with 5 of them. I mean, that kind of makes this boat a little nasty. If you can survive, which you're going to be able to survive longer with the smokes, you know, it'll help you kind of, you know, kind of want to play it like a Dutchie. Play it like a Dutch cruiser, all up in their face, constant sonar in the cap, you know, makes it pretty strong. Yeah, you're not going to have the concealment that the Dutch do, so it's, you know, but I still think it's kind of a neat way to build the ship, right? So we got tons of sonar buffs. we're down to 116. Let me just show you. I think it's 116 if I remember right. Yes, 116. It's 125 without. It's 125 without Kincaid. So yeah, that works. How many other perks are there in this game that work like that? Just makes you wonder. I don't know. I haven't went through. I haven't deep dived it, but just kind of neat that that ship is not in the filter settings for battleships, as you just saw. So there's a little idea on a March Madness build. Yeah, not that it's March anymore, but it was when it came out, hence the name. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, if you want to take a more reasonable build on it, I think, you know, you just take hide and then tech into maybe accuracy. You take reload. You maybe take Colorado and Revel, or yeah, that might be a cute build, you know, Colorado Revel, but take Flammable Cannoneer, you know, and then take yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that, right? You know, it's to your guys' discretion. Everybody that watches my vids generally have a pretty good conception of these things, so we'll leave it to their discretion, but that's an idea, right? Hide's just great, you know, the extra health and everything's pretty strong, so, but yeah, neat little build, neat little option. There's the madness. Come on, Wargaming, give us a RAM percentage on this ship, like something, a negation, you know, a damage negation, something, kind of like Smasher. I feel like that would be cool. Alrighty, crew, peace and grease, kill them up.